Excitebike was released for the NES on October 18th of 1985. Designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and developed and published by Nintendo, Excitebike is a simple yet fun motocross game. This game falls under Nintendo's programmable series of black box titles with the ability to edit certain aspects of the game. Excitebike features three main game modes. Selection A, which is basically a time trial, Section B, where you race against other bikes, and it's basically a time trial, and Design Mode, which allows you to create your own tracks and race in them. Ranking at the end of each race is determined by what time you get on the race, regardless if you passed other bikes on the track. Every race, the best time you can get is 8 seconds ahead of whatever the game decided is the required time for third place. The game is fairly simple in the races. You control a bike moving up and down within 4 lanes. You're able to accelerate with A and use an overdrive with B. Using the overdrive will cause the bike to overheat, so you have to switch between A and B fairly often. If the bike overheats, you can't move until it cools down. Driving over an arrow on the track will cause the engine to cool down, allowing you to use the overdrive more. The way to get the best times in Excitebike is to correctly land jumps by changing your bike's pitch while in air. Usually the best way to get the fastest landings is to have your bike's wheels land at the same angle as the ground or ramp you're landing on. Unsuccessful landings will knock you off your bike, forcing you to run back to get back on it. The game's editor gives you access to all the types of ramps and obstacles available in the game. At the time, barely any games had a level editor, so this was an amazing feature to have in this game. Although the game did lack any way to save your tracks via password or save, which is unfortunate, but it was still fun making tracks and having your friends play what you made. Excitebike has very basic graphics, but they do have a lot of character to them. It's easy to see what's going on in the track, and the Excitebike guy and his motorcycle look great. Excitebike unfortunately is another black box title with minimal music, with a few fanfares and not much else. The majority of the game you'll be hearing your bike's motor, so it isn't completely silent, however it isn't what I'd call music either. Excitebike has always been a great NES title you can pick up and play at any time, and it still remains so to this day. The game's level editor is still a cool function, although it would have been nice to be able to save tracks. Overall, Excitebike is a must-own for any NES collection.